Alright, what's going on, guys? Fortminer back again in here for yes another TNA showdown for you guys this week. And with this week, it was alright to pretty good. I will say that. But anyway, not wasting any much more time, let's get right into it. And with Impact, we started off on a good note. We had a Immortal promo with this one, of course, everyone from Immortal coming out. And with this one, basically Immortal, just pretty much upset about the whole Fortune turning on them, and just really trash talking them, and really upset about what happened, and not liking what happened with that, and they could have really done something with them, and they could have basically done a lot more in Immortal, and could have done anything else basically with Immortal and not join Kurt Angle. But anyway, Fortune does come out and, basically saying, why they, did what they did, and then, helped out Kurt Angle and turned on Immortal. And basically said, they are the future of TNA, and basically also as well said, they're tired of guys, like Hulk Hogan, coming in and, really, just, of, everyone in Fortune, being ignored and, wanting to, in the way, I guess, make a name for themselves and, step up and, tired of being an immortal. So that's basically what happened with that. So, I'm liking what they're doing with that. I hope, this ends up, on, ends up, on a good note and, nothing bad happens with this. So I'm liking what they're doing. I like, Fortune, turning face since, TNA has, basically a lot of heels, so I do like that, and I'm looking forward to, what else, is going to go down with this, so that's what basically kicked off this show for Impact. And, right after that, we did come back, from break and everything. We did have a matchup, and, with this one, we had Matt Hardy, and, Brother Ray, basically, and the Pope against Steven, Samoa Joe, and RVD. Basically, preview match for against all odds, since all these guys are going to be in singles matches, and with one another, like Ray and Devon having a singles match, Joe and the Pope. So that's what basically we got to see. Each of those guys, going at it against one another in the world, basically. And, what we did get to see, some of the things, we get to see the kicks by RVD, we get to see the Rolling Thunder as well. Bob breaks up basically with, like I said, Ray and Devon. So, Bob with the Dudleys in this, and this was a 6-man, tables match too. So with that, it was a tables match. We did get to see Devon's kids come in this as well, and jumping the guardrail, I should say, and basically having Devon, and yeah, that's what basically helps out Devon's team gets the win, and his kids taking down Brother Ray and putting him to the table basically, and getting their payback after Brother Ray spitting in the face of his kids. So that's what basically happened with that. I wasn't really expecting that, but it happened, and Devon's team got the win. So that's basically it with that one. Alright, then we get into, another promo that I'm not the only one I'm going to get into, and that's with Jeff Jarrett's and Kurt Angle's promo. Now, this one was basically, a contract signing, but we did get, a stipulation with this, and, the stipulation was if Kurt Angle, won the matchup, or wins the matchup, at Against All Odds, this Sunday, he will get, be able to have, custody against his kids, and, be able to see him and all that stuff. But, here's the thing with this. If Jeff Jarrett wins and, Kurt Angle loses, he will, have to walk down, Karen Jarrett, wow, down the aisle, and, since they're going to be having that, renew their wedding vows, and, that's what would happen to Kurt Angle if he does lose. So it looks like I'm going to be, you know, invited into this wedding. So, you know, of course, you know, the wedding will be, you know, right here. So, you know, I will be going to that taping of the wedding. So, yeah, with that, all I gotta say, hopefully Kurt Angle comes out and that, you know, basically saves the day. So, that definitely, should be interesting. So, that's basically it with that. Alright, then we're getting into, you know, the knockouts match. Right after that, we had Madison Rayne, Sarita, and Tara, and as well as, you know, Sarita's, I believe, cousin. I don't know who the hell it was, I guess. I think it was her cousin, you know, that she was saying, and having her debut, and that is Rosita. And, you know, it's not Rosie a lot of love, so, you know, we didn't get to see her, but we did get to see Rosita, and, coming out, and, you know, basically making her debut, and, they were going against Beautiful People, Winter, and Mickie James. And, you know, this was pretty good. You know, really Tara and Mickie didn't really get tagged in this match, as well as Winter, so, you know, I was pretty disappointed about that. But, you know, just quickly what we got to see, you know, the crossbody, the double team in this, the front slam, and we did get to see a moonsault, that's right, a moonsault, by Rosita, you know, coming in and doing a couple of things in this match too. So she got involved just, you know, quite a bit, but not too much. So that's what basically happened with that, and actually helps out, you know, get the win for, you know, Madison's team with that. So, you know, that's what basically happened with that. So Madison's team does get the victory, you know, with that. Alright, then we get into, you know, the only championship that was on the line, and that was the World Championship. Of course, you know, days before, you know, Mr. Anderson goes head-to-head with Jeff Hardy, and now that we learned that it's now a ladder match, if I'm not mistaken. So, during the show, we get to find out it's a ladder match now, so that was actually, you know, pretty new to me. Yeah, so now it's a ladder match, of course, for this Sunday, but, you know, as for Impact, we did get to see, you know, Anderson against Morgan, and, you know, this was, you know, alright. With this, we did get to see, you know, the headlock here, the shoulder block as well. You know, Jeff Hardy, you know, watching, sitting on the ladder, just basically watching and not really doing much. We did get to see, you know, the big splash that Matt Morgan does. We see Anderson going for the mic check as well as Morgan going for the carbon footprint, but, you know, they both fail with their finishers, and they don't connect really. Also, the referee does get knocked down at one point. I believe that was by Matt Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. And the referee does get knocked down, and we did get to see a return in. We did get to see a return in Hernandez. That's right, Hernandez, believe it or not, does to come back and interferes in a way since the referee was knocked out, and basically saying, you know, he wants to be in the mortal and taking out Matt Morgan. Right after that, Mr. Anderson was able to come back and retain the championship. So Hernandez basically causing, you know, Morgan to try and get the win over the world champion. So yeah, but you know, in the end, Mr. Anderson does and was able to retain. So that's basically what happened with that one. And then we get into, you know, another match, that is the advancement match for the X Division Championship, and that is for the #1 contendership. You know, going into against all odds, we had Brian Kendrick, Robbie E, and Return, as well as Suicide. So Suicide and Hernandez also coming back, you know, in Impact tonight. So we did get to see both of them come back. You know, Brian Kendrick doing a little bit too in this match. You know, I was, you know, pretty into this match. With this, we see, you know, the rights and lefts here, you know, the double clothesline as well as the scoop slam. We did get to see the drop kick as well and the atomic drop. But in the end, you know, Suicide was going to go for the win, and Robbie E actually steals the win in this one and advances into the X Division tournament matchup, #1 contender spot. So Robbie E does get the win with that one, and basically, you know, we do have the guys that advance. So that is Max and Jeremy Buck and Robbie E. So basically all heels and, getting to advance. So, that's definitely interesting, but I will get to, talk about that more in my picks, on my Against All Odds predictions. So definitely stay tuned for that as well. And, with that, we do get into the main event. We had a tag team match for the main event. We had Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy against Kurt Angle and AJ Styles. This one was supposed to be, originally, Robert Roode, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and he, basically was able to let AJ Styles, go on this and help out Kurt Angle. So that, was basically changed to an AJ Styles, and that's what we got to see. Getting into what we got to see in this match, the headlock takedown, the belly-to-belly suplex that, Kurt Angle does. We see the front suplex by Jeff Hardy, the right hands, I should say, by Double J. The clotheslines and, the right to the eyes. Also, the Pele kick, and in the end, the flying clothesline by AJ Styles, was able to help the, his team to get the win, and that's what basically happened with that. So AJ Styles and Kurt Angle both getting the win, and was able to close the show with that. So yeah, that's been basically, really closes Impact. So, Impact this week, was alright to pretty good, I will say that. But yeah, that basically has to do with this week's episode of TNA Showdown, and let me know what you guys' thoughts are, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and yeah, so that has to do with this week, and as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Peace.